This is just a quick video I wanted to make on this ongoing conversation about the Agricultural Land Reserve, the ALC Act, Bill 52, all this stuff that farmers in BC are just getting hosed with. And I want to show you something that's kind of funny. I want to kind of call out their bullshit a little bit, if you will. Excuse me for using that language. Okay, so I've got a friend. I won't say any names. I won't say any names of people at the ALC either. But I got a friend, a farmer friend, who's been kind of fighting this BS on his farm as well for a number of years. And
Okay, so I'm just covering a couple key points for reference.
I'd like to see some proof of royal assent on the act, if you wouldn't mind. And of course, he should have been just talking about the 1973 Agricultural Land Commission Act, but he was talking about Bill 52, and that's okay. So let's just talk about Bill 52 for right now. So somebody at the ALC who works there wrote him back and said, oh yeah, we looked into that, we found the signatures, here you go. So there's a thing called royal assent in Canada. Canada as we know it. They say in order for an act to have force and effect, it must have what's called royal assent. So before we talk about this document in particular that they sent, let's just look at royal assent. So let's go online here and let's search the Royal Assent Act. Here's the Royal Assent Act, right on the Government of Canada's website, Justice Law's website. So there's 7 articles here in the Act, but then there's also the preamble. Let's read the preamble, because you don't need to go much further than that. Preamble. Whereas royal assent is the constitutional culmination of the legislative process. Whereas the customary ceremony of royal assent, which assembles the 3 constituent entities of Parliament, is an important legislative tradition to be preserved. Okay, sounds great. And whereas it is desirable to facilitate the work of Parliament and the process of enactment by enabling royal assent to be signified by written declaration. Now, therefore, Her Majesty, by and with the advice and consent of the Senate and House of Commons of Canada, enacts as follows. You don't need to go much further than that, because we know who Her Majesty is, or is supposed to be. And many people also understand and know that in Canada, the Governor General is the representative of the Queen. That's the highest authority of the Queen, according to them, in Canada, besides the Queen herself. Underneath.
So he mentions that either the Queen, the Governor General, or the Lieutenant General are royalty.
Queen, Governor General, or Lieutenant Governors. That and only that is royalty. So the Royal Assent Act is asking for a written declaration. Okay? Right there. Written declaration. Now, let's go to the document that was sent over to my farmer friend and look at that document. So here's the Act, Bill 52, that would have gone through the Legislative Assembly in British Columbia. And I believe this is dated the 5th day of November, 2018. Let's look for a signature of written declaration by Her Majesty or the Governor General or the Lieutenant Governors. Okay, let's look. Wow, we got up top here, we've got a signature. Clerk of the House. Okay, that's not royalty. Okay, maybe what's the next one here? We got another signature here. Kate something. Clerk of the House. Okay, well, we got another signature down here too. Another one. I can't quite read that. It looks a little different than the last one. Clerk of the House. Okay, the next one's gotta be the Royal Assent signature, right? Down on the bottom, Royal Assent. I see a certified stamp. Okay, we see a stamp of Royal Assent. It says Royal Assent, right? It's got that word. Oh, but that signature on the bottom says Clerk of the Legislative Assembly. That's not the Queen. That's not the Governor General. That's not the Lieutenant Governor. It's a clerk. They hide in plain sight, folks. Right there. There's no written declaration of royal assent anywhere on that act. There's 4 signatures. They're really nice. These clerks really know how to sign a good John Hancock. But I don't see a royal assent signature by written declaration anywhere on that act. Here's another one for you guys. That's Bill 52. So there's some nice signatures on Bill 52. How about you go and ask the commissioner, the deputy minister, or the minister, I won't even say their names, go and ask them for written declaration of royal assent on the Agricultural Land Commission Act itself, 1973. Ask them to send you that and tell them that a clerk signature doesn't count.